Okay, let me ping the channel because I think they think that the class is just over. Um,
It worked, by the way.
it worked?
Worked.
Nice.
I'm so happy. But both of them has only one quantity.
Wait, what? They do?
Yes.
Oh,
But still,
damn.
see,
Yeah, it would be more fun if we had more, but it's okay.
we can change that, maybe that one. Let's change to 4, let's say. Oh, you see?
Mm-hmm.
3.
Yeah, let's use some other card so we see that it's clearly there. Yeah, it's better.
So, where is it, guys? Davut is here. Davut, do you want to see what we have done?
You put in a
So we changed that card from 5 to 3 to see different cards, because here the quantity is 2 and 1. The before in the 5 was only 1 1. We want to make it more fun. What we did here, when we are fetching our data, so we added to our data that quantity.
from the
From
product.
product, we added actually to another, like from fetch. So now, then after, when I destructured here, I also added quantity, and then like the price title, I added a quantity. Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have quantity.
And it's supposed to be drop down, right?
Yes, this is like another task.
Perfect.
Nice. How are you guys feeling?
It's okay.
Like I said, we could have just gone with traditional way of just, not working with fetching, but just creating the card array in our local state. But I think it's a bit more interesting for you guys, and it's something new to just work with, fetching data, because that's how you would do it in real life, right?
Right.
Plus, we get to do all that crazy asynchronous stuff, which I don't like, but it's necessary to understand.
Maxat, can you please send the letter Discord?
I'm gonna send.
You can just share the whole project.
In a GitHub?
Yeah, or just as a zip file, whatever works.
How to do it in zip file, by the way?
You close the project and then delete node modules.
Right now?
Yeah, delete node modules. Then you can just do npm install and it will come back. So delete node modules, right click. Cool, close the project.
Like this?
Where is your project folder?
Where's it? This one.
Okay, so right click, compress. And now you can send it as a zip file. So Dawood, when you will download it, you will open the project with VS Code and just run npm install. And
Okay.
same in Maksat, because you deleted your node modules, so you can just run npm install.
Yeah, I got it. Cool.
So now, then I open it.
Mm-hmm.
I do open.
Install.
Mm-hmm. So it will install the node modules.
So now I can do run def.
Mm-hmm. Wow, it installs so fast. Because it's a small project, like when I have to do npm install on my working project, it takes, I don't know, forever because there's so much to install. And I was like, oh, you guys don't run like npm run because it needs to install. And then I see that it's already there.
Cool.
So how are you guys feeling? Was it too confusing?
No, maybe only a little bit with the fetch part, but the rest of them is like
For example, I was confusing here how we can, for example, fetch it. Where is it? The card data here,
Uh-huh.
and then the passive here.
Uh-huh.
Where is it? Now bar component. And when we click it,
Mm-hmm.
found it here.
Yeah. So
Like for me, like fetching is happening like immediately like this. And like click it, it's fetching it. The another URL. This one is something like new for me.
uh-huh.
And this part, that promise all.
Uh-huh.
When you did it, I understand it what you want to do, but by myself, I would never like to think about this.
Hmm.
This is how I understand. First of all, when we fetch it there all, since we are mapping, and then waiting, what's next? And then this part is going, oh, okay. But the question is, we have a data here for each of them, right? We have
Uh-huh.
data for each card products. Oh, sorry. Yeah, actually, like we are fetching two times here. How
Mm-hmm.
can I understand that he needs uh to put inside here, push it that all data, like both of them.
Sure. Let me show you something.
It's not overriding
So,
to the previous one.
so here, when we do the fetching, this fetched, oh, this fetched is not a single object. It's an array of promises at this point. Array of promises. Each promise is an object that will be returned by this API.
We actually,
Because we're mapping through the card products.
yes.
Each time we map, we are returning a promise. So this fetched is not an array of, because when we map, we are returning an array, right? But in this case, it's not an array of objects or anything else. It's not a single object. It's an array of objects. Well, array of promises in our case, right? So that's why when we do promise.all and we pass this array of promises, promise.all will wait until all promises in this array are resolved.
Inside
When,
of array, right?
when they're resolved, so it's not an array of promises anymore. At this point, when it gets here, it's an array of actual objects. So then it will pass, it will set all products with this array of objects.
Mm, can I check the one thing quickly?
Sure.
This is array of objects. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm replacing that empty array with that array.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, as you should, right? As you would normally do.
But
But if
how this is supposed to be the just object? How he wrap it to the array? Like because of this one, promisal?
no. It's because you are mapping through the card products. Map function will always return an array.
Oh yeah. It's like
But in this case, it's not an array of ready objects. It's an array of promises.
mhm. And when the only resolved, it's gonna be array of objects.
Yeah.
I hate the promise to promise.
So that's why if you console log fetched here,
It's gonna be array of objects.
array of promises.
Oh, sorry, yes, array of promises.
You see?
Yeah. This is what
Okay.
it before.
Yeah. That's what we were struggling with. But you see, even when I was looking at it, like I couldn't quite grasp why we are getting an array of promises and not array of objects when we were building it. So it's like all of this is still confusing to me sometimes. So
When
don't
I
worry,
that
you
one, when I did that one, I was thinking about totally different, but it worked, but I didn't get it. I mean, like, I saw, yeah, I understand it. This one's supposed to be promise, this one's supposed to be that object, but I was forget that map is returning the array. I was thinking maybe I need to like pass like this, like all products are spread it and then edit data, like I did before. But
I see.
yeah, I was planning to change this one to this one like this, like this. But it worked, and I said, oh, okay, that's it worked.
I see.
Fine. Okay.
But this is how you learn, right? It's okay, like not to understand everything. To me, like promises are still kind of tough topic. Like I still struggle with them sometimes, and especially when I'm dealing with like multiple promises at work, like I'm always struggling. It takes some time to understand. That's why like asynchronous JavaScript is a whole different topic, you know, with promises, with fetching, with all of that. It's like a whole, you know, different topic that you want to spend some time learning.
Okay.
We
Asel,
covered it. Uh-huh.
if you have only two classes, what we also cover? I mean, like maybe we can, for the next class, we can like do the homework something. Since if we will just leave it like this, then two classes maybe not be enough to cover what you want to cover.
Is that what you want? Do you have time for it?
Dawood, what do you think?
No, doesn't matter. We can do it at home. We can do it together. Whatever
Yeah,
is.
because if you have the only how many classes here?
How many you think is left there? Favorite button?
These two classes. What was your plan, Asel, like for the next two classes?
Oh,
This
so
project?
much. So I was hoping to finish the cart, and then I was also wanted to add items to the cart, remove items, change the number of items.
So basically, your two
That's
classes.
only in a cart, but then we have login form, we have favorite items.
So if you want to finish a project with you like within the 2 days, I guess we need to do something as a homework too, right?
Sure. And
Yeah.
then I see that after my last class, um, like the week after, you guys are covering React Router with Azamat next week
Where is it?
after my last class.
Last week. Look at the last week, Maxa.
Last week, this one? Okay.
You see, you have React Router with Azamat. So
Actually, the React Router is not too difficult. Like,
It's
it's
too
it's
fast.
not it's not a difficult topic, but I just don't want to interfere into other people's classes. That's why I always wait until you guys cover it in the main class. So my suggestion is after you cover React Router with Azamat, you can come back to my project when you have free time and you write it with React Router. It will be really fun.
Yeah, I tried couple times. It's really cool. Like instead of using toggling and everything, you're just adding the links and that's it.
Mhm.
It's much easier.
Of course, for example, this logic with like first fetching for card data, then fetching for data for each product would not happen in a real life project. In a real life project, you would receive all the data in your card data, right? But because this API is very, very simple, we have to like fetch for data separately. We have to do it twice. This would not happen in real life.
All right.
But yeah, this is what we have to do since we don't have, don't have that. I mean, we could technically store all products in like local state and then find it from there, which would be much easier. But I really wanted you guys to, to practice more like dealing with promises, which can be very confusing. So that's why I thought we will not make our life easier and we will just um, fetch for like extra data there.
Then what's homework then?
So, okay, so if you guys want homework,
I mean,
um,
like we
you
need.
can do, hmm?
I guess we must have homework because within the 2 days we will not finish it, that project, right? So the
Yeah.
goal is to finish it. Then it means like for the next class, some parts supposed to be done by ourselves.
So let's do, by the next class, you guys can do quantity as a drop down. You can figure out why it's not showing the drop down, right? Finish drop down. So also, you see how if you go to reference page, you see how their drop down is immediately showing how many pieces you have. For example, that one is showing 4, right? But if you click on it, it will show you 1 to 10 pieces. So you can change the quantity. So it should be the same functionality there, okay?
So actually, what we're gonna do, yeah, we will like change the value of our quantity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you will need to update the card.
Delete button.
Yeah, you can also add delete button. Yeah, I think that should be enough. Also show total price. So basically you guys will almost finish the cart.
You don't need that one. This one and this one is for next class, right?
Yeah, so then in the next class we can do like a
Oh,
login
that
page.
one. It's smooth.
Yeah, that one as well.
Okay.
But I guess you did it right before with this one.
What
What?
is it?
Dawood, I guess you did it. The small one. Do you remember the project with the restaurant
Yes,
menu?
it was in a GS DOM. Yeah, I have to remember it how I did it. I have no idea how I did it.
I skip it that one. This one I skip it.
Yeah.
But use, I don't know who you, I guess you, yeah, you have done that one.
I mean, you can always put
Google it.
counter somewhere and click something and it just gonna increase. Figure out just where you're gonna put it, like so.
This is also homework then?
I think it will be maybe too much.
Too much?
But yeah, let's not do that part. We can do that together. Yeah, so we have favorite products, we have login functionality. I also wanted to do that thing when you hover over the product.
Over the product?
Yeah, so if you go to any product page, if you like hover over, oh, they don't have it here, but see, remember how we cut the description? So when we hover over, I wanted to see like a tooltip with description, with full description. Because in our fake store API, if you click on,
I got you.
if
So
you click on like all products,
when I hover this one, that full
yeah,
text will come up.
yeah, yeah,
Like this, just hover it and the full text will come up.
yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, it doesn't have to be homework, but this is something that I wanted to do.
What is it like in
It's
your element that length delete by 2?
Might work, who knows?
Yeah, right away, just in line, you're gonna just that length delete by something.
But
also,
it's the question, when you hover it, that's supposed to be come up right over here, or is it supposed to be like the new, how to new window, the small window thing? Like
if you go to Bootstrap page, React Strap, it's called tooltip.
like this?
Uh-huh.
Tooltip content. Tooltip content. Ah, it's called tooltip. Okay. Hi. Oh, it's clicking. Okay. I like this one. Yes. So, nope. Okay.
So for you guys, like finishing the drop down, updating the cart, should be enough. Like, don't take too much.
Oh,
Also, later, like somewhere in the classes, I also wanted to do the search functionality. You see how in the reference page on Notino, they also have search?
This one? Is it euro?
It's pounds.
pounds.
I mean,
Since it's British, it's pounds, but on the Polish site, you will see prices in,
very expensive, to be honest.
yeah.
Crazy.
Kronos or what? Asel.
Huh?
In Poland is Kronos or what is it?
No, it's zloty.
Zloty, yeah.
Kron, I think it's in Czech Republic, but I'm not sure.
Kron is in Sweden, Norway, I guess, Iceland.
Okay.
I thought it.
Crazy prices.
And Notino is considered one of the cheap ones.
It looks like the Sephora.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we also have Sephora. So, but Notino is like considered as like a cheaper kind of store.
Okay, guys.
Cool.
Okay, let me stop recording.